1 year on beat. We've made friends, we've had laughs, and we've alienated ourselves from the Star Wars community. He's tomorrow the same.
I also want to apologise to Cliff Richard.
They're talking Crass, yeah. They're talking Crass, yeah. They're talking Crass, yeah. They're talking Crass, yeah. Crass. 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 They're talking Crass, yeah. They're talking Crass, yeah.
Hello people, and welcome to the Talking Crass birthday special. Beat! It's been a year.
A year?
Can you believe it?
I don't believe it's a year.
Do you not believe it because of I've said it's a year and you don't believe that you can go off the Twitter?
True. I believe we set the Twitter up before we did anything.
That class is a birthday though.
A
I judge it by the Twitter.
A Twitter birthday?
But wasn't Twitter the first thing we set up before we set out to do the podcast?
Yes.
Yeah. Like I said, the Twitter is the first thing we set up. That's our birthday. That's what we're going off.
Brilliant.
27th of May.
Disagree.
Oh Christ, man! You disagree with everything I say. So really, this episode,
It's a celebration.
it's a celebration, B.
Talking Crass in the history book. Alien race finds us 2 millennia later. They're going to look back and think, this is what humanity gave us.
Like a time capsule, B.
Yeah. Time capsule of fucking stupidity.
Can we talk about your hair, please?
We can talk about my hair straight off
Or
the bat.
should we talk about the hair straight off the bat? Or
Let's get the hair out the way
no,
now.
no, I need to set the episode up right. So the
John,
episode,
it's not a visual medium.
people, the episode is gonna differ slightly. We're gonna just talk about how we set the podcast up, stuff like that.
Yeah, and then go on to Deadpool. I was meant to make points on Deadpool.
Yeah.
I have made points on Deadpool.
Have you not made any points with Deadpool?
It's a comedy. The rules for the comedy is that bit was funny, I enjoyed that bit.
I think
So that's what we're going to say.
I think you're just being lazy.
I'm going to go plot. I'm going to go
I think
characters.
you've-
I'm going to go
You sleep a lot. You get into bed. You didn't do your point, and you couldn't be bothered doing them.
true. But there's no sympathy for me there, so let's lie.
Anyway, we're gonna go true or false trivia. I've also thrown in a nice little birthday special segment,
Brilliant.
which will probably be boring as hell, but it's in there anyway. Talk about Deadpool
Yeah.
and answer some fun questions.
Fantastic.
You've got the joke in again.
Okay. I forgot it last time.
Right, so people, I'm doing the Coast to Coast this weekend, as I mentioned on the podcast. I'm also going on holiday on the Tuesday, so I'll mention now that it might be a bit of a hiatus, like a week and a half, 2 weeks till our next episode, then we're hot to trot.
Week and a half?
But isn't that normally what we do anyway?
Yes.
We were originally meant to do a birthday special and then Deadpool as well,
Yeah.
but we kind of ran out of time.
Sorry.
What were we doing, Pete?
Sleeping. Playing PUBG.
Exactly, right, so it might be a bit of a hiatus. So I've got my hair cut, sort of from my holiday. Our mum used to be a hairdresser,
Yeah.
so we've never really paid for a haircut.
I've never paid for a haircut in my life.
There's a stat for you, we've never paid for a haircut. So mine, perfect, no bother. I'll leave B to it. I'll wake him up this morning, because he always needs waking up because he doesn't get up.
Yeah.
He looks like something off The Fifth Element. But it's not our mum's fault.
Not at all.
B decided to bick his sideburns.
Yeah. What's Bic? Bic's a pen make, John.
They also make shitty razors.
No.
Yeah, that's why they call it bick. Everyone calls it a bick.
No, not bad.
So talk us through your thinking, B, please.
So I found out I had the worst haircut of all time. And like, what do you do?
You had a mullet at one
I
point.
had a mullet and I'm like, what do I
'Cause
do?
Beat hates getting his hair cut. So he'll just leave at the last minute. So his hair was like ridiculously long.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's like, you know, when you shear a sheep for the summer.
Yes.
It was kind of that
The
sort of
problem
thing.
is, my kind of hair styles into like a curl. So I can't
Alright, Brad Pitt.
do, is that a positive? I don't know. I'm not.
So
trying
is
to
that
blow
why?
myself
Is that why you bicked your sideboards
So,
off? 'Cause-
I look at my sideboards and I'm like, wow, there's a massive chunk out my hair, and I realise there's a dimple. So I'm like, I might as well just shave that off. Then I realised
You went a bit too high, like.
I went too high, and I went, wow, I need to shave the other side to match it. And I went for it, you know what I mean? You know when you make a mistake, but you've got to go full-blooded.
You know, if you'd just done the bottom where that spot is, where he's got like a little baldy patch.
Uh-huh.
If you'd just done that, it would have looked fine.
Yeah.
Now he looked like goddamn Chris Tucker off Fifth Element.
Which is a ridiculous statement because he had big blonde
I know,
yellow
I don't know why.
donut hair.
I was trying to think of the film. I was like, Bruce Willis, girl in leotard.
Wow.
I don't know. Beat, anyway, that's the hair story. I've got some news for you, Beat.
What news?
Because you know this popular segment that we always do.
What's hot take news?
I've got one bit of news.
What is the news?
Did you realise that Hans Zimmer is doing the soundtrack of X-Men Dark Phoenix?
What?
I knew that would hit you. I checked the other day, and I was just I don't know why. I was like Wikipediaing like just comic books and stuff like that. And I got onto the film X-Men Phoenix or whatever. What's it called?
Dark Phoenix?
Dark Phoenix. Score, Hans Zimmer. He's sold out, Bede. He's bloody sold out.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Can I just quickly show you a photo?
Yeah. Sexy redneck. That's the one.
Sexy redneck of GTA 5, Trevor.
Yep. So
Type it in. That's me haircut at the
type in
moment.
sexy redneck GTA V or 5. That's the haircut.
Brilliant. And that's in order to some sort of
You're not
film.
that bald on the top though.
No, true.
I still go Fifth Element.
Okay.
What's your thoughts on Hans Zimmer doing Dark Phoenix?
What? Unbelievable. He's back in the superhero movies. Let's celebrate.
Is it a celebration or is it because he quite clearly did something because he didn't want to be disrespected by shitty superhero films again, and then the money ran dry and he's back on board?
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Do you look at him any differently for that?
Not at all.
To be fair, if you go for... it's just all film soundtracks.
He's always done it for money.
I
Why
know.
not?
Yeah, you're right.
That's all he'll be remembered for.
I'm excited for the film now. Are you?
No, it's going to be awful.
Why?
Can you believe how
like...
bad of an actor Sansa Stark is?
Did you not like Apocalypse?
Apocalypse was my favourite comedy of 2016, or whatever that was
wasn't
released.
a comedy though?
That's the most I've laughed. When Oscar Isaac,
Oscar Isaac, yeah.
he's in a blue rubber suit. The worst is what Fox exec thinks that looks good?
It's Fox, Pete.
I hate Fox me. They're so bad. The end scene when he's getting rubber pellets hiding over, like he's getting ghibli.
Interestingly, Fox also created Deadpool.
Interestingly enough.
There you go. So we'll go on and talk about that.
Yes.
Pete, do you want to talk about how the podcast started?
Right.
We're in college, weren't we?
We're in college. I'm going to a uni course about digital film media. My kind of tutor in college says you need to have some form of evidence that you work in the media production world so you can be entitled to go on the course. So I'm like, oh yeah, I do nothing like that. So we need to get something sorted out.
Then we got talking to our good friends Amy and Adam.
Right.
Around dinner.
Uh-huh.
And we just used to have daft conversations around a table, didn't we?
What? The stupidest fucking conversations.
And like, imagine if we recorded this.
Yes.
Light bulb moment.
Bang.
And we've never looked back since.
Not at all. And then what were the names going to be?
So the Talking Crass podcast, we originally got onto that name because it was going to be the Talking Bass podcast.
Which I didn't understand.
You
what that joke
didn't
was.
understand, said it was shit.
That was a terrible name. Talking Bass. Like with a talking bass on the wall.
Because I was thinking about the logo, you could have like the bass on the
It looked
wall.
like a good logo, but
I mean,
we went for clip art popcorn.
That didn't just get off Google. Yes, our popcorn image is free to use.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
I don't even know if
it
it's
actually is free to use.
Wow.
I've covered our backs on that one.
Brilliant.
Because normally I just delve straight in.
What was the other names?
When we were driving to college,
we saw a van
called Pebble Magic.
Pebble Magic.
And we're like, we've got to call the podcast Pebble Magic.
Unbelievable. And just face the legal problems later. And then the other one was Pod Damn Godcast, which I stand to this day
right
is
now,
the best name.
The Pod Damn Godcast.
Isn't that a great name?
I didn't want anything religion-wise to do with the podcast, so I stopped beefing.
Blasphemy.
Right. We don't want to be going on the line.
John, in the name of the Holy Spirit.
I know, but then we're calling Cliff Richards.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to go into on the Pod Damn Godcast.
Yes.
It doesn't really go together, you know what I mean? I think you've got to be very careful of what you say if your podcast has got God in the name.
Okay.
So anyway, I went for crass. Definition? Do you know, Pete?
Yeah.
Unintelligent.
Labelling paedophiles.
Oh, fuck's sake. Let's move straight on from that. What's your favourite episode we've done, B?
First one?
What, the Alien Covenant?
Yes. Purely
I
for the
think it's-
moment when we find out Meet Joe Black's on and we would rather watch that than Alien Covenant.
I thought it was it's weird when you look back. It went on for an hour and 45 minutes. Have you listened back to it before or not?
No, not at all.
Have you not?
50 Shades of Grey is probably really me fun one.
That
because
was-
that was fun to
we had a
edit.
laugh.
Cutting that down was hellish.
I enjoyed Predator as well. I thought Predator was excellent.
Good stuff.
Just go and bloody listen to them, people, if you haven't. If you've just come on,
Incredible.
listen to our old stuff. It's absolutely cringy, but funny in parts.
Like it.
We got. I put out the fans and asked them what their favourite parts of the year have been.
Yes.
We got 3 responses.
I like that.
Unreal. It's better than none.
It's a magic number, John.
It is. So BN Nick commented, top man Nick donated £30 to the charity mentioned before, more than what I was asking for, and was over the moon with that. He commented saying, "It's selfish, but I can hardly forget the heart-stopping moment that I was accepting at Crass More than worth your salted Crass Nick. Don't worry about that.
We know what you did. You've bought your way in with £30.
You bought your way into Crass Nick.
You're like a gangster in Goodfellas. No.
In all
You're right.
seriousness, he says he's loving the podcast. Keep up the amazing work. Cheers, Nick. Really appreciate it. Nick also runs a podcast which inspired us a little bit as well.
Brilliant.
It's called the Gamers Without Borders podcast at GWB Pod. Give him a follow, people. Well worth a listen. And also, we've got Sarah Dunham here. So Sarah B says, yeah, when I got a mention on the show, it was great. I like to throw the mentions out there.
You've got to feel love, like.
Always feel the love. But Sarah's listening a bit. She's a Luton supporter.
Oh no.
And a Sunderland supporter.
A Luton supporter.
No, we're obviously through our links with Cootie.
I know.
Sounds
I
great,
might
yeah.
too.
But
How are Luton?
love it, absolutely love it. We've got Jake here as well, recent listener. Jake said, I feel awful that I'm just a recent listener, to be fair. However, that's even more of a reason to go back and listen to all the other episodes. Am I right? Of course he's bloody right. He said, if I had to choose a moment from what I've listened to so far, it would be the Battle Sunderland discussion in an episode a few weeks back. Remember that? Battle Sunderland?
Battle Los Angeles.
When we were talking about Battle Los Angeles, which you think is the worst film that's ever made?
Ever.
I still think it's an alright film.
It's terrible.
I don't understand how you can call it the worst film ever made. On that note, and Jake will probably back us up, Bede,
Yes.
if you come to sunny Sunderland, go and visit Jackie White's Market. Have you got any points on Jackie White's Market, Bede?
Strong smell of fish.
Jake says, it does the best Savaloy dips in town. Get yourself the butchers, Jackie White's Market, people.
Now, if you can make it past the first smell that hits you, the food ain't bad in there, to be fair. Also, great WWE wrestling figures in there as well for when you're a kid.
That's a good point.
Or a fully grown adult.
We've got the legend here, Bosk. Now, we've got to give a special thank you to Bosk.
He's done nothing for us. Why do we need to give him a special thank you?
So Bosk, people, is one half of White Dog, Black Dog, sorry, White Dog Studios.
White Hot Dog Studios.
White Dog Studios is where they record.
Right.
Black Dog is the band.
Just to confuse us.
it's Bosk and Bing.
Black Pigeon is the what? No, we'll stop that joke.
So Bosk and Bing of Black Dog are the people who did our intro, which will forever be used and never be changed.
Never.
Never ever. And Bosk constantly listens, constantly adds into every episode, and it's just a big thank you for doing that. Boss says, call me a sucker for classics, but the whole Suicide Squad episode was a beauty.
Oh, bait.
The Last Jedi, for sheer decisiveness, was a great episode also.
Thank you.
And Robocop.
Robocop.
Bloody Robocop.
You have to hire in a PV one. You know what I mean?
The thing with the Star Wars episode, a lot of people I wouldn't say turned on us, but...
What? Turned on us?
Not turned on us, but probably don't value our Star Wars opinion as
What do you
much.
want people to do, John?
I don't know, but we're
Do
never...
you want people to
It
conform?
would have been easy for us to just sit on the fence on that and go...
No, wouldn't have.
Not when you left the cinema and you were like,
What has
this
happened?
is the worst.
This is the
film
worst I've ever felt in my
ever-
life. I didn't say it was the worst
No,
film.
no. So it's the worst you've ever felt in your
Like,
life.
what is this feeling? I'm walking out of a Star Wars film and I'm not starstruck.
While I
Oh,
was watching it, I was trying to like it, and I knew you were hating it.
I
knew.
It was 20 minutes in. I was like, I'm not smiling. Like, what's happening here? Anyway,
it had some bits I enjoyed.
getting back to the original point.
Yeah.
If you ever have an opinion that's opposite to ours, send it in. We'll have a little
Exactly,
talk.
yeah. Yox commented on the Star Wars episode. He enjoys it.
If you ever feel you're not entitled to an opinion, the
Exactly.
other person's wrong,
That's what I say.
and then immediately proceed to punch them in the head.
We
Violence solves everything.
We enjoy when people put their own opinions across, because, buddy, we don't know now. It's just what we think.
We're just a couple of bums
Doing a podcast.
in Sunderland.
Long may we reign. I can't speak, Beat.
Long
I
way
can't
me
speak.
rain.
I can't speak.
Long may we win.
Beat, moving on. Let's go into how well do you know your co-host?
Right.
A special segment.
Okay.
So, in this segment, it's self-explanatory. I've got a few questions I'm going to pose to Beat about myself. He's got to try and get them right or wrong. Well, really get them right. You don't want to get them wrong.
Is the special episode just a normal episode but with one extra bit on top?
That is exactly what it is, Beat. That is exactly what it is.
Brilliant.
Beat, starting off. What is my favourite film?
Oh, The Dark Knight.
Check. First
Boom.
one right.
First in.
Second Beat. What is my favourite alcoholic beverage?
Gin and tonic.
Tick.
Yes.
Although a lot of people might be expecting vodka and orange, because for some reason, like one of the early episodes, I drank a vodka and orange, and
Ye-
that stuck. So every time we do Talk and Crass, I just drink a vodka and orange.
Okay.
It's like ritual. It's tradition.
Just like the water and Diet Coke you've got in front of you now.
Beat. It's 1 p.m. It's not quite time yet.
Well done.
What annoys me most about you?
What annoys me most about you? Basically, when I'm lazy as fuck and don't write notes on the podcast when I should. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
You need a bit of go in you sometimes, Beat.
Yep.
You've got all the ability in the world
Thank you.
to be the person who you're destined to be,
Right.
but sometimes you need to rock it up your ass.
Don't believe in fate.
Meet your own fate.
Load of shite.
Meet your own luck? I don't know.
No.
Beat, what is my favourite food?
What is it be? What's your favourite food?
Yeah.
What's John's favourite food?
If
Now-
you don't get the clean sweetie, I'm disappointed. I think the podcast should end.
Now, can I throw out a kind of a feeler?
Yeah, I'll allow this because this is a very ambiguous question.
It's a bit, I mean, there's a lot of food.
There's a lot of foods I like.
Oh my god!
I wouldn't be that skinny if I didn't like
It's
it.
spicy.
Yeah, I'll give you
I
that.
was gonna go avocado and poached egg on toast because you literally eat it every morning.
It's probably fair.
But second off, I'm going for a Pizza-licious kebab.
You've got it. You've
Bang.
nailed it. You've absolutely nailed it. Shout out to Pizzalicious, by the way.
It's in there.
Licious.
Spicy.
Spicy.
I've also kind of revealed the fact. Well, no, I'm not going to reveal that fact.
Well, you're going to have to reveal the fact on air now that you said
No, I
that.
definitely can't.
Why not?
Something you do 7 times a day.
Oh, after I've had a spicy pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people know.
But even without that,
I love
incredible
spicy,
metabolism.
I love spicy food, but my body doesn't.
I mean, you just got a ridiculous system anyway.
I know. But who is my favourite video game character of all time?
Solid Snake.
No. It's a bit of an out there one. We've talked about it before.
Your favourite video game character of all time?
You're right. But we jokingly say. Give you a clue.
Hitler.
What?
I don't know.
A football game.
Oh! Inter Milan Adriano, PES
Yeah.
2004.
Inter Milan Adriano,
Something like that.
PES 5. The greatest video game character of all time. And finally, B, what is my favourite non-pornographic magazine to jack off to?
No, this is an easy one. No. I'll go. I don't know.
I thought you were going to go, Good Housekeeping.
Brilliant.
It
There
was a
we go.
Stepbrothers joke.
Yeah.
It didn't land.
No.
Moving on, people.
I'm gonna go and I don't know.
But it was a joke. I don't jack up to
What's the cinema
non-pornographic
one? What's the
magazines.
cinema one?
What's Empire?
Empire.
Why would I do that?
Because, like, I don't know. The wrestler was on and Marissa Tomei was covering the front or something.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Pete. We still need to do the wrestler. Butchermania hit us up.
Well done.
On to Deadpool.
Right.
Let's get into the crux of the episode now, mate.
Yeah.
Let's try and save the sinking ship of an episode.
Boom.
True or false trivia? Deadpool.
Right.
Oh! We haven't done not necessary top 5.
What's the not necessary top 5? I'll do it right now off the top of my
Let's
head.
do it off the top of my head. Name one now, quickly.
Not necessarily top 5.
Electrocutions in film.
Works for me.
Boom.
First one.
Pause it. Oh, we're doing it live.
Doing it now.
Right, okay.
First one. Harry out of Home Alone. Is that one?
Skull, yeah.
Nice. Second one. Green Mile.
Green Mile.
Third one. 13 Ghosts. The one who got killed in a prisoner chair.
I'm
The exact
so
same
big.
way as Green Mile.
Fourth one. Jurassic Park. The kid on the fence.
Fifth one. Electro.
Yes.
Brilliant. Sixth one.
I'm trying to think. Jaws of James Bond when he bites through the fucking electric cable.
Seventh one. R.P. McMurphy. Lobotomized electrolysis.
Spoilers.
8.
I think that's not necessarily top 5 unless you can come up with any more.
Nah, that's about it.
Yeah, that'll do.
There you go.
Spoilers throughout the episode. I don't think there's any spoilers in True or False Trivia, by the way. But there will be spoilers when we talk about Deadpool. So if you haven't seen Deadpool, switch off now, come back, enjoy later.
Now, for Deadpool 2, that is good. No.
Right, Deadpool 2, you know what I mean.
Okay.
Beat.
Yes.
Let's see if you can get all of these right for the first time. The clean sweep.
Right.
In one scene, Deadpool refers to Cable as One-Eyed Willie. Bring it on, One-Eyed Willie, he says. One-Eyed Willie was the pirate character in The Goonies, starring Josh Brolin.
True.
That's true.
Yeah!
There's loads of stuff like this. I'll try to miss as many off as possible because it will be easy to come up with all the trivia of like the Easter eggs he says.
Brilliant.
Beat, the character Peter is actually Mystique, or Raven. She's tasked by Professor X to keep an eye on X-Force and Deadpool.
False.
That's false.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cool idea though.
That's a great idea, but it was too stupid.
I was too stupid.
He wasn't feminine at all, was he?
She's a good actress though. Well,
She's a
because
good actress. What?
Mystique Raven.
Or she could pretend to be masculine.
Aye, she doesn't go in and like pretend to be feminine in a masculine body.
She does in the films.
Does she?
That guy's like, the commander, he's strutting all over in the second.
He's strutting all over.
Yeah.
There you go, people. If you're a woman, you strut all over.
Well, feminine movements. All right, I'm digging a hole.
I don't know. Original.
Masculine noises. Ooh, alpha male.
Original Deadpool director Tim Miller left the project after a disagreement with Ryan Reynolds.
Reynolds, yep, absolutely.
Miller wanted Deadpool to give up the costume and sent the film around about Wade Wilson taking refuge in a mental hospital.
What do you mean sent the outfit away?
What?
You didn't want him in the suit?
No, the original idea is why he got taken off the project was because Tim Miller wanted like a weird film centered around Wade Wilson in a kind of One Flew Out the Cuckoo's Nest.
True.
That's false. Why would that happen?
What?
Why would he get rid of the costume?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I asked that question.
You know, times you get. What do you mean? After you've said something wrong. Right? What? Why would you think that they'll get rid of the Deadpool costume?
Because I asked you.
And I've like burned.
I just asked you.
Wade Wilson in.
Are they getting rid of the costume? And you said no.
What?
Listen back, listeners. I feel vindicated to get wrong there.
No, not at all.
I hate you.
Brad Pitt met with the director to discuss the part of Cable, but couldn't commit due to scheduling conflicts.
True.
That's true. Pierce Brosnan was considered for the role of Cable.
True.
How did you get that?
Because I'm a legend. I heard it before.
Did you?
Yeah.
Could you imagine Pierce Brosnan as Cable?
I like it. You want someone who's as far away from Ryan Reynolds as possible.
Right.
Does Pierce Brosnan fit in that description? Absolutely.
Yeah, but does he fit the Cable character description?
More than Josh Brolin.
I thought Josh Brolin did a great job as Cable.
I think
We'll
he's
get on to
fine, but I think
We'll get
the
on to
character. Okay.
that. Deadpool cannot be killed.
True.
That's false.
What do you mean? How could he not be killed?
Because, like, if you kill all the cells in his body, he dies.
That's true.
And Thanos can kill him as well. And in the comics, apparently, Thanos put, like, a hex on him or something where he couldn't die because he wanted to die to be with Death, who he has a romantic interest in.
So you're saying, in your argument to prove that he could die,
He can do anyway,
got
without even going into Thanos.
totally couldn't die.
No, without going into Thanos, if you kill all the cells in his body, he's dead. Done.
You're true there. You're right. So he can't
And
die.
he's recently in the comics been killed. He's been killed off.
What?
They made a big thing about it. Everyone knows about it. But in the most recent comic, he dies.
Did he?
Like for good eye.
No, bullshit.
Well, apparently so.
But you can't kill Deadpool because
He's had 250 episodes, you know. He's had 250 episodes.
episodes.
Well, comic
All right.
books.
Episodes.
I don't know, what do you call
Everyone knows what a comic book's called as an episode.
it? What is a volume?
I.
Right, okay. You've been extra picky with his beat today.
Sorry, mate. You just told us that there wasn't a suit in the film, and then you said there was a summit. Anyway, hold on. Deadpool can't die because it's Deadpool. If he does die, you get him in the comic book saying, "Oh, I'm dead," so he's not dead.
No, but
bet
like,
that
if
happens.
you can obliterate him.
Okay, so it's physically possible to kill
It is
him.
physically possible to kill him, yeah. A fan petition was made for Quentin Tarantino to direct the sequel.
Hate it.
True or false?
True.
Yeah, it is true.
Heard about it?
Do you not think that would be cool?
No.
Witty dialogue
I don't know.
over excessive violence.
Actually, maybe it does fit the character well.
You know what I mean?
Maybe we talked about it on an earlier podcast.
Samuel Jackson as Cable.
Yeah, perfect. Maybe we talked about it on a podcast, right? And I agreed with that completely earlier on, so yeah, I'll say okay.
Okay, yeah, fair. Beat. That's my point.
Right.
It's now onto yours that you haven't done.
Do you want to look at the 2 points I read down?
You made 2 points, haven't
Oh,
you?
they're on my It's on the other one.
So, people, spoilers, we're going into a Deadpool 2 discussion. This is what me and B think of the film itself.
Yeah, I haven't got them points. They're gone, them 2
What?
points. The 2 points are written down.
Are they not you deleted?
Nah.
Right, can you
They're
remember
on,
what they were?
they're on the other thing.
Can you remember what they were?
I was expecting in the start, when, spoilers, Vanessa dies,
Right.
that they were just going to break it with a joke.
What, so he wouldn't be bothered about it whatsoever?
Not that he wouldn't be bothered, but...
Does Deadpool in the comics,
Yes.
like, feel that way towards romantic interests?
In
Or is
more-
he not, or is he not asked?
in
Because
more
I can
re-
imagine him being not bothered.
The more recent stuff I've seen, he's been given a daughter and humanised quite a lot.
Right.
Because what happened was, he had like a split personality in him. And like,
Because that's like
the voice in his
the
head.
voice in his head, innit?
But people took that voice in their head and said it was an actual person called like Mind Master or something like that, or some trickster,
Right.
some shit like that. And what he did was he ripped himself in half, or some the Hulk did that or something.
Right.
And then half of him got ripped out, and then he only had one voice,
Okay.
some shit like that. But what was I going to say? I think it does happen, but I can't be telling you for certainty.
Right. So what you're trying to say is I've got to leave this part of the podcast as well.
What I'm saying is, the point of that point is, Deadpool's so ridiculous and jokey that any serious moment that occurs, I always expect it to be broken with a shit joke. So I can't take anything seriously, even when they do try to do it. That's the biggest problem with the film. Boom.
What do you think of the overall plot? I know we've talked about there really.
The plot device that she's dead and he has to find family is weak and stupid, but I do enjoy the idea of him trying to kind of adopt Firefist.
Right. Is that what the guy's called, Firefist?
Yes.
I think what we were saying when we talked about in the car before we jumped the podcast out.
Yes.
Some people went in this film expecting something different, And you disagree with us. You're like,
I don't know what that
you're
means.
Like, what do you mean?
Can you explain what that means?
They've come in to see Deadpool 2 and they're expecting The Godfather, or they're expecting Empire Strikes Back.
But right,
That's what they expect. There you go. There's a better example. They're expecting beat Empire Strikes Back. They're expecting something in the middle of the films to link, and it'd be absolutely amazing. And everyone have storylines and arcs and stuff. It's Deadpool 2. You need to take your brain out. You need to go and enjoy it. That's the point I'm making.
Can you bring forward evidence of people saying, I thought this was going to be The Godfather, why was it not that?
No, I can't.
So what you make the point for?
Over-exaggerating a little bit, but
Okay.
the people who had problems with this film were the people who went in expecting more, like expecting it to be like a classic.
Right.
It's always hard to do a second film. You know Tim Miller?
Tell that to James Cameron.
You know Tim Miller,
Yes.
the ex-director?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He quit the project because him and Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds.
I said Reynolds earlier than Ryan Reynolds, right? They had a disagreement because Tim Miller wanted to keep it close to the first one,
Yeah,
on
but
a
more
low-
minimalistic.
on a lower budget.
Yeah.
Reynolds wanted to fucking just use all the money and
Right.
just have CGI shit all over the place.
Right.
And he now really controls. He might as well direct the next one.
I don't know how much.
I'm guessing he had a lot of creative.
in the script and like what he says.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one problem I had with the plot, John,
Mhm.
which was the creation of the icebox collars they use on the mutants.
Right.
So I know it's Deadpool, right?
Is the Icebox out of the comics?
I don't know, probably.
Mhm.
I know it's Deadpool and everything's stupid and nothing's permanent,
Yeah.
and they'll make a joke about how powerful something was. If they make a mistake, they'll go, "Oh wow, look how stupid we were in that film. Let's not do that again."
Yeah.
But that doesn't take away the mistake in the first film. The mistake in this film is
These colours that you want on a mutant and they can't do now.
absolutely like
So,
how fucking powerful is this?
So these guys can really.
Kill Deadpool, which a lot of people have tried to do.
Aye.
How you can set that up is
Do you reckon
ridiculous.
these
to
colours
me.
are going to be the next X-Men?
No, they're not going to be ever talked
Just
about
imagine
again.
someone going behind bloody Cyclops and just whacking one of them.
You
in the
know what I
face.
mean? How easy would that
Yeah, I
be?
know what you mean.
And you can't get them off.
If you put one on Juggernaut,
Yeah.
does he not just go into a normal guy before he's Juggernaut?
Did they not have one on them?
I don't know.
How the
They must
plot
have.
point? How did they contain
I
Juggernaut?
don't know. Did they contain Juggernaut?
Absolutely no idea.
I don't know. And also, why was the kid in a man's jail?
Prison. An adult prison. Because he's a mutant, and mutants don't have the same rights as human beings.
We can look past it, B.
I like that joke. That was a great joke in the plot. Because we're going to talk about plot. We're talking about jokes. Or not joke. What was it?
I get it.
It's a dated reference for racism in the 1960s or something like that. That was really funny.
Oh, what was I going to say?
Did you enjoy how the plot was completely solved by time travel in the end, and none of it mattered?
Was that part of the joke though?
I suppose so. It was. So you're saying anything in the end credits doesn't really matter?
Aye.
Where does the third film go from? If he's got a time traveling device, does it just
they're
break in
setting
the
up
first
him.
10
They're
seconds?
setting up a him and Cable film, aren't they?
I suppose
Isn't
so.
it wasn't like a big comic book run of where just him and Cable just went about all over the shop.
I think Cable's like in every Deadpool. It's not like Deadpool and Cable, although that's probably definitely happened.
Right.
I think it's just a Deadpool comic, but Cable shows up in every Deadpool comic. Because what he does is he enables them to travel at any time and place.
Right, so it's just
in
a
the
plot
world.
device, really.
So you can have Deadpool fighting dinosaurs.
I enjoyed how straight away you had the fight scene. It was in a garage when the guy goes into the dude who kills Vanessa
Yes.
locks himself away.
Oh, and he's
But
got the
before that,
chainsaw.
I just loved how graphic the violence was because I was worried that they would tone that down in the second film.
Right, to try and get more customers and seats.
Yeah,
Right.
but they didn't. They went R-rated and it worked really well, I thought.
I thought they could have gone further.
Do you think?
Yeah, like get ridiculous.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like have in the comics.
I think they found a happy medium though, which is not bad.
In the comics, I think you like the creativity of anybody writing the comic. They've got obviously maybe a bit more time to work and stuff like this, but he's like choking people out with his intestines. Like
What?
I mean, that's cool, isn't it?
That is very cool.
Actually, that said, he does wrap his broken limb arm around Josh Brolin's
And
neck to
strangles
try
him.
and
That was
choke him out.
cool.
So that was excellent.
Yeah, that was good.
I like that use.
What do you think of characters, B? What do you think of obviously
Let's go Reynolds.
Reynolds is Reynolds.
I hate
he's
hate this,
don't-
right?
What are you gonna say here? Because I think he's great in the role.
Whenever he hoys in like pumpkin fuckle or some proper like 2000 surfer thinking the cool as out jokes. You know what I mean? Let's go fuck his bum stick. It's like that is the
Yeah.
stupidest shit ever.
It was putting a lot, wasn't it? In
But there is moments of genius in there. Like
we'll talk about it when we get. We'll just talk about our favorite
like
one.
calling someone a
favourite moments
paedophile is like that. You know, and he's got like
does he-
crazy love lips or something.
Ah, yeah. I thought he was great again as Deadpool. He's made it his own, hasn't he?
I suppose he has.
Cable, you weren't too keen on him.
I mean,
I thought he was great. I thought they got the look of him
I
perfect.
don't have any right to get annoyed with the misportrayal of him. Like, because I don't have
See
any.
the work Josh Brolin put in to become Cable.
Oh, beast! I know. I don't have like a history with Deadpool comics,
Right.
But I know he looks nothing like that. He's like 7 foot tall.
Yeah, he makes a joke about that though.
And absolutely huge. Again, though, can you just make a joke about something and then the problem goes away?
Yeah.
Also, I think the character got changed a lot. Like he's a time traveler who goes to change events in the world, which will stop the world from ending.
Is that his?
That's what his thing is, because he wants to stop the future from becoming a mess.
Mm-hmm.
But in this, it's purely a selfish, really basic, really simplified version. He wants to save his family,
Yeah.
which I think was a little less
So
interesting.
I'm right in saying now that his family's safe and he's just on Earth.
Yes, there was safe because he saw the bear was. It's like loop time travel. It doesn't make sense. I don't think
Right,
it
okay.
is. Again, forget about it because it's just a Deadpool movie and things like that don't have to matter.
Why am I thinking that he originally carries on a baby?
He does. He carries around.
Like in the comics?
Isn't it himself?
I'm sure he carries on his own
Babe,
himself
that's
as a baby.
No, that's cool.
That is very cool.
Now-
They couldn't really do that, could they?
Shout outs to Hideo Kojima's new game, Death Stranding. That's what I think the plot will be.
Right.
You carry around your own future self.
And you've got to protect that.
You've got to
or
protect
dead.
your own kid.
Okay.
How good's that for an idea?
That
That's why all
sounds
the
good.
baby imagery's in there. But I think
Like,
it's, I think
so you
it's
go
called,
into you
someone
go into a
called,
different dimension. You get yourself out of that.
yes.
That's weird.
I think she's called Hope Summers.
Right.
It's because he's someone Summers. He's Scott.
He's Scott Summers.
Scott and Dark Phoenix's child,
I
correct?
think so, yeah.
And then that's his sister. Something I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But that child is someone who's grown up at the same time. Weird time travel stuff.
And he needs to save them.
I need to save it.
Okay.
I also think it was just someone going, we've got a big muscly dude with loads of guns. How cool would it be to strap a baby onto his chest? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
I also think he's riddled with a techno virus, it's
Is
called.
that what it is? The technovirus?
Which is also, the artist has gone, I want a robot arm. Can we somehow find a scientific
get us-
explanation for this? There
Is
you
that
go.
why he keeps looking at his, like in the film, he keeps looking at his
I
arm and
suppose
stuff,
that's a
isn't
heart, because what is
it? So
happening is,
will that eventually take over his full body?
no, he got it saved by someone, stopped
Right,
the
so it stopped
process,
all
but
the
that would rapidly take over him
But like you said,
and just destroy
it's
him.
not a bad thing to have a techno arm.
Not bad at all. Yet another joke made about
We
it.
didn't see much of Marina Baccarin, who plays Vanessa.
Vanessa, I definitely took a back seat. I don't know if this is down to pay disputes.
You say what you told me, which I didn't realise. She's actually a character in the
character
comics,
called
isn't she?
Copycat.
Mhm.
Now, the name of the name of the character in the film is the same name as Copycat in the comic books.
Yeah.
So imagine Kitty Pryde is Deadpool's girlfriend, but she doesn't actually have any of the powers of whatever that superhero was called. I can't remember the name.
Before she got brought back,
Yes.
I thought that they were running with the death thing because death plays a big
We looked at each other in the thingy.
plays a big part in the comic book.
True. The way that we
Like, I didn't know her, but I didn't know her.
Mhm.
This copycat,
Yes.
but I knew that Deadpool had a relationship with Death.
Right.
So I thought this is a bit of a smoke and mirrors thing.
I don't
when
think
when he's
Deadpool's-
dead in the afterlife, that's just Death copying her.
I don't think Deadpool's had a relationship with Copycat
Right.
in the comics. I could be
So it's
wrong.
just a film thing.
It's just a film that just chose a random X-Men female
Yeah.
and went, we're gonna have her in.
Right, I get you.
Just as a shout out. We thought it was Death though because the way it's filmed when he first blows himself up.
You know what I was expecting, Pete?
Yeah.
him to be at that glass trying to get through to her.
And she got closer to the glass, and it was
and her
like a
just
last
turned
minute
into a
reveal.
skull.
Skull, right?
I thought that'd be cool as fuck.
Probably that could be cool.
And then go back to her normal self.
Yeah.
And then be
So
like, he's not bothered.
That's why he's in love with death. It's because she's embodied Vanessa.
Aye.
That makes.
That's
good
what I
sense.
was
That's
thinking.
quite
I
impressive.
thought they were going to run down that line, but I don't know.
But they didn't.
And it
do
also goes on with the copycat thing.
You're exactly right. Well done.
What do you think of Firefist?
Great, love him. Still haven't seen Hunt for the Wilder People.
No, is that what
That's what his big break
Julian
was.
Dennison.
Taika Waititi's boy.
Was he made to be annoying in this, or was it just badly acted?
I don't think he was poorly acted.
I don't know. I just didn't get him. Like,
I think
thought it was weird.
I think you're exactly right.
I just didn't really.
Do you think
I
the
don't think
director
it was deliberately like that.
Do you
I
think
just didn't really. I think they got the best out of him as they could.
I think if you watch Taika Waititi, who directed Thor Ragnarok, What We Do in the Shadows and stuff like that, knows how to handle him better.
Right.
He did Hunt for the Wilder People as well, and I think he's great in that. People love him in that. I don't know what the reception is for this film. I have to agree with you. I think it was mishandled by the director.
Like I think they've done scenes with him and Deadpool, and it just didn't really. There was no chemistry there.
Right. Okay. So
And they've just had to run with it and make the best they can.
Right.
I didn't really feel the chemistry, but maybe that's meant to be like that. I don't know. But weird. I didn't get it. Zazie Beetz was in this.
Solid.
Domino.
Yeah.
I thought she was great.
Yeah.
Really good. And I think it's. Do you reckon they're definitely going to look like a spin-off film type thing with Domino? Do you not think?
No.
I think the look thing's such a good like.
Oh, an inventive idea.
It's a great mutant power.
That allows you to
So
get away with
much.
some really cool visual storytelling beats.
But then Beat made the point of, I think one of the lads who we went to see it with said, so is that a power? So she can't die or anything like that.
Right.
And you said she's on a like a timer, really, like
a little power bar.
power
you
bar.
use your look up and then it's got to recharge. I could be wrong in that. I could be massively wrong in that.
Aye.
But hey,
I don't know.
I thought it was a great performance by her.
Mm-hmm.
Fun little character moments. Obviously, it's a great power to have, and it's pretty cool for film.
English Eddie Marsan came in as well.
Who the hell's English?
The headmaster.
The headmaster.
You know, the little dude. The headmaster.
Oh, the guy
He's
who's
great.
the bad
What's
guy.
he out of again? I can't believe he's in like a load of like gangster films, isn't he? He's a great actor though. I think he was great as
The World's End.
a villainous villain.
The World's End. He's in that.
Yeah, I think he's in that. Yeah.
He's in loads of them little English movies.
Aye,
English
but
English movies. What does that
He's
mean?
easily hateable.
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
I thought he played the part really well. Other than that, we got
Oh, he's in a film called Tyrannosaur. Absolutely
Aye.
tremendous.
T.J. Miller's back. How has he robbed that one?
No, I don't think he's back for the third one.
Do you not think?
Is he an awful person?
Explain to people what T.J. Miller did, Pete.
I don't.
Allegedly.
Rape people?
I don't know. He got pulled into all the thing that's going on, like
Sexual assault?
the Me Too movement thing, didn't he? He got pulled
I
into
don't
that.
know what's happening.
I know.
I don't want to see it.
Don't
things I
quote
don't
us. It
know.
could be a Cliff Richards type thing.
Yes. We could have been twisted by the media to believe a certain narrative, and he's completely innocent. But I heard he's getting kicked off Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of embarrassed to work with him. I like T.J. Miller. I think he was really funny, but if he's a bad guy, he's a bad guy.
That's fair.
Have Deadpool kill him. There you go.
Did you notice who Zeitgeist was? The guy who spews.
Let me guess. It.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Bill Skarsgård was in there.
Zeitgeist.
What did you think of?
Peter.
Well, we'll go on now. What your favourite bits of the film be?
Favourite bits of the film, we'll go through. I tell you what,
I think it's hard to just go off favourite bits of the film, but
I'll go with my favourite piece. So
I'll talk about our favourite bit.
yeah,
And then maybe anything else we remember.
X-Force
The X-Force bit
is assembled. We've got the
That was
we've got the
worth
setup
it.
jokes.
It was worth the admission fee.
So we've got like Zeitgeist, Domino, Shatterstar,
Yeah.
Barricade,
It was that
Terry Crews,
Terry Crews.
and then the Vanisher or something like
Yeah,
that, which is obviously
Vanishing Man or whatever.
Vanishing
he's called,
Man, which is not only a joke in itself that he's the invisible guy,
yeah, Vanisher he's called.
but also I don't know if that's a character.
He's
but
credited on IMDb.
I don't know if
With
that's
Brad Pitt as well.
I don't know if that's a character, but also obviously it's like a joke on the Batman thing. You know, Batman always goes when you go to turn and talk to him.
Right, I get you. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's that. Obviously that has a bit cracked up.
Yeah.
But when they're in the plane, this film won its good review when
Bedlam, Terry Crews, sorry.
Bedlam, not Barricade. Jesus. When the plane was taken
I
off,
haven't heard you laugh at a cinema as much in a
I
while.
was
Like,
dead.
it takes a lot.
So it starts off where he's like, Peter's saying, "Yeah, I don't know about this cable guy, but I bet he hasn't killed more people than melanoma has."
That's great.
While applying sun cream.
Unreal.
Absolutely dead
But
at
you've
that.
got to. He was great. Even just sitting in the plane, he didn't say a word, but you'd see.
Shit.
as he's running-
You see him turn from confident.
They're all like not bothered whatsoever.
You see him turn from confident and just start to get like more scared. He's like, "I don't know about this, high winds, man, high winds." And then when I saw the floating,
So find Peter on here.
when I saw the floating parachute, which Vanisher was there, I was absolutely dead. And then from then on, Shatterstar goes into the plane
And just scalps him.
in his skull.
It's just got
You can
the-
see it
his
happening
head
from a
is
million
on
miles
there.
away. It's really basic slapstick.
But it's just.
That killed us. The whole pace
I
of
was
that. It was joke on
Did it
joke on
catch you by
joke.
surprise or not?
Yeah, and how
caught me- I was ex-
simple the joke
I was
was.
expecting like maybe they would die, but not straight away.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It was
It
done
was
brilliantly.
just how simple it was, and,
Yeah.
and just oh my god, so effective.
I thought it was great. It's like guys as well killing
Just
Peter.
gets sawn in half.
He's like, help me!
Unbelievable, and spews
God.
all over him.
But I just thought it was great, and you know what I enjoyed more than anything else? It doesn't happen often in Sunderland cinemas. It's
What's
weird.
that?
I don't know if it's a Sunderland thing.
Might be a cultural
'Cause
thing around here.
It's very rarely you get a packed cinema now. I don't know whether that's just.
Deadpool was packed, wasn't it?
There was a few
What
in.
did we go to see it on? Was
We-
it half
We went like
price?
the day after it was released.
So that wouldn't have been at a weekend.
No, it was through the day, and there was a few
Crazy,
people in.
man. There's a lot
And just
in.
people laughing, people enjoying the film,
Yeah.
and rare you get a reaction from an audience from Sunderland cinemas
Very
or
good.
North East cinemas or cinema goers. I don't know.
Suppose so.
Maybe, am I looking too much at that? But
Well, that's in purely our own personal
yeah,
experience.
I get you. Beat, so what do you think? The other action scenes, the main
Main
scenes?
set pieces.
So I'd say the jail
Jail
scene
scene
when they're
will
in there with
start
Josh
there.
Brolin.
Well, first thing when it was mentioned, we need a big friend to get out here. Who's the biggest in here? I was like,
I was thinking, I was like, I can get you.
that's
But-
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
And I was
You
like,
said that's Juggernaut true.
bang on, straight.
I thought it looked great, Juggernaut, by the way, did you?
Unbelievable, bang on. They make a joke about it, CGI fight.
Yeah.
But it works. Why?
He was
Maybe
fight-
for not that.
Who's the silver dude? Titan or something?
Colossus.
Colossus, sorry.
Peter.
It's great.
Unreal.
What is it? Negasonic Teenage Warhead as well.
Yeah.
Is it actually that? Did I get it right? No.
You got to bang on.
Negasonic.
Negasonic.
What is it?
Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
She didn't have that much to play in this.
Took a bigger backseat than I thought,
Yeah.
just like
I
Vanessa.
thought she would be in it, but that was cool. We mentioned it before when Josh Brolin was fighting with Ryan Reynolds or killed Deadpool,
Yes.
and he broke his arm to strangle him. Nice little set piece when in the jail. He's using the big gun as well. Other than that, any more?
No.
No, Pete. We covered it all.
We've covered the entire
too.
jail scene.
Is this why you hate doing comedy?
It's hard. Like, what do you want to? Yeah.
Because we're not like. Normally, we take a film that isn't meant to be critiqued and we critique it
Yes.
in a comical way.
But
I
then
don't know.
this is a satire.
This is just a film we watched and we enjoyed. Didn't really make our mind tick over on it. Thought everyone was great.
The great prosthetics.
Just
didn't really care much for this.
great. The look scene beat when
The
they're
look
driving the
scene.
vans.
Yes.
That was great.
Yeah.
I
great
enjoyed it.
scene. The bit where she fell into a giant inflatable teddy bear. Great scene. Bit where he got.
Great scene.
Bit when he got ripped in half. Incredible.
Where would you put this beat?
I'm gonna go. Idris Elba. I'll.
Well, it was funny. We enjoyed it. We had a laugh in the cinema.
Action was good.
Enjoyed the action.
I like-
CGI wasn't too bad when it was. They just made a joke about it.
Tone was a little bit more serious than I wanted. I feel that it's established a kind of jokiness that it's going to make a joke every time that someone dies. It didn't at certain points.
There were some plot holes.
There were
Again,
some plot holes.
them things that you can put on Mutant's neck,
That's
which
crazy
we're never going to see
powerful.
again. in any X-Men
He
mutant
now
film.
has a time travel device, so the whole movie didn't matter at
Yeah.
all in the end.
Oh, when he took the end,
Yeah,
the after credits scene.
after credits.
That was really, really funny.
incredible.
Going back to it.
We were good laughing at that a lot. I'm really disappointed they didn't get Hugh Jackman in, and they just
And they
used
just
stock
used
footage,
stock footage,
and just
yeah.
froze his hand.
So,
Disappointing.
Yeah,
But-
you had Hugh Jackman in it, in the stock footage from, what is that? The
Wolverine,
Wolverine Origins.
Wolverine Origins.
Origins, when he kills, obviously, the shit version of Deadpool.
Yes,
You go and kill Ryan Reynolds before he signs the Green Lantern papers.
that's funny.
Very good.
Yeah,
And there was another bit in there as well, wasn't there?
was there?
I think so. Can't remember. But it was
He
great.
saved Vanessa
Yeah.
and ruined the whole movie.
Aye. The easy as that.
Hold on, right? If you save Vanessa,
Mhm.
does
I enjoyed how he went back and saved Pete. That was it. He saved Peter
he
as
saves
well.
Peter as
But
well,
doesn't
aye.
save any other.
Oh, he doesn't
Just
save
saves
anyone else.
Peter.
Oh, but that's another joke I want to talk about. Brad Pitt being the Vanisher.
Yeah.
Is it obviously even funnier because he was gonna play Cable.
Yes. Yeah. It's all
Hilarious.
jokes in jokes, Pete.
By the way, can we talk about Brad Pitt being a cool guy?
We can talk about Brad Pitt being a cool guy.
Brad Pitt, right, was filming Seven or something at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, fell in love with Gwyneth Paltrow due to the close relationship on set. And then it must have been produced by Miramax or the Weinstein Company.
Mm-hmm.
And Harvey Weinstein must have hit on Gwyneth Paltrow because he's a monster. and
It was getting done, by the way. Today he's meant to hand himself in.
crazy.
They finally got stuff on him.
And Brad Pitt went, "I'm going to kill you if you touch me girlfriend."
Like, he risked Harvey Weinstein, one of the most powerful people in cinema.
And Brad Pitt, who was just starting out,
He was like, I'm going to fucking kill you. if
I'm
you
going to
touch
kill
me
you.
again."
I've done Meet Joe Black. I've done Seven. This is it. I've done Fight Club.
I'm ready to
I'm
end now.
untouchable.
I'm ready to end now.
Well done.
Just a cool dude. Like Keanu Reeves.
A true real life hero.
There you go. So back to it, Pete.
Negatives? Did we
The
state
plot.
Plot was a little hit and miss.
Me personally, I didn't like the dude, the bad guy, Julie Dennison.
Bad guy. Oh, Fire Fist.
Fire Fist. I
Was
thought
he the bad guy?
weird? I just thought he was weird a little bit.
He's on one note.
I don't know. Just come across a bit weird.
Well, yeah, weird.
Then just plot devices. That's it. That's the only bad things I can pick out of it.
Boom.
So it's really not too bad. Where you putting it?
I'll drink to that.
I
6 out of 10?
enjoyed it. We were coming out with this and I'd see that yesterday. We were like, we'd definitely see it again.
Better
So
than the first
if you were
one.
going to see it again, totally different film.
It is different, isn't it?
Totally different film. The first one's more centered around him, where I think the second one's centered around him, but into a proper. Or they've
Him
tried to
being
make
selfish,
plot,
selfless.
They try to weird. I don't know. I'd probably say the first one's just better.
I think the biggest problem it has is it doesn't really have a recognised villain. It's got the guy who tortured the kid, but he is nowhere near in it enough to be like
Yeah.
someone to root for. So maybe that's a big problem with it. But there you go. It was a good time. That's what it was being for.
We'll drink to that, people.
We'll drink
We'll
to
drink
that.
to that. It's going in there. That wraps it up. Deadpool discussion B.
We apologise
We have got some fan questions though.
for the shocking plot points.
We apologise for leaving it last minute and doing it on the spot. You can
Yeah.
probably realise that. Straight into some fan questions, B. We've got Yox here at Yox2814. Good luck in the job hunt, mate. We know you're looking for one.
Searching for a job.
Yeah, you've been travelling all over. See it on the Twitter. Hope it comes off you, mate. Keep doing it. He says, Cable and Bucky both have metal arms, but if we removed their metal arms, who would win a fight? And more importantly, who has better hair? Cable or Bucky? It's got to be Bucky's hair, hasn't
Bucky's
it?
hair is like Jesus got D-scalp.
I tried to grow my hair like that, and it just went in like an afro.
You look like
I don't know.
John Lennon or something like
It
that.
was like a pure mushroom hairstyle. It'll never work.
Well, firstly, Yox,
Would Cable beat him in a fight?
good luck with the job interviews.
Yeah.
Secondly, Cable without his gun is struggling for me. Like what makes him good is he can turn a vector into like a plasma rifle and turn the dial up to 11.
Right, okay.
But Bucky Barnes has got like Russian military tactics. Right, Josh Brolin has space tactics, fighting wise.
Yep.
Nothing beats the Russians in hand-to-hand combat.
The Ruskies.
The Ruskies.
So you're giving it to Boogie.
Yes.
Nice. Yox goes on to say,
Also, by the way, can I say this something?
Yeah,
It'd be a really interesting fight if the both the same hand was the one which wasn't metal. So they're trying to hit touching
knuckles. Touching knuckles there.
like work
Touching
them
each other's
opposites.
Yox got a couple more questions as well. He says, if you had access to the X Mansion, would you steal the jet or Xavier's chair?
That was funny. Definitely the chair.
Definitely the chair. Who doesn't want to do a wheelie in Mr. X's chair?
I'd get the chair out of Days of Future's Past, which is like hovering.
This is also a point of one of our friends. We're doing a pub crawl and we're all dressing up as Marvel characters. He wants to go as Professor X, but he's a bit scared he offends people.
One, you're not going to offend people because it's a costume.
It's like the skull cap and everything. I think it'd be very, very funny. But
Imagine if you loved a character so much that you want to dress up as them, and then someone said you're wrong for dressing up. People forget, right? It annoys us.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, moving on. Who is the better anti-hero? Deadpool or that mean Superman from Superman 3? No, black suit Superman from the originals.
What, the one where he tears himself in, like, he's got like a bad version of himself?
He like walks up with a bar, doesn't he? Like it kicks off.
Something like that.
What's the original Superman?
Superman 3's like awful. I think he just creates like a hologram of himself and it's like a bad version. Like he duplicates himself.
I think it is.
Meant to be bizarro, just bizarre.
I like it.
Thank you.
You haven't answered the question though.
We're going Superman 3, of
We've got
course.
Superman 3.
The worst one wins.
Beat. We've got Razza here. Razza's got a few questions.
Razdo.
Friend of the podcast. Apart from Deadpool, who has the funniest jokes? It's got to be bloody Peter, hasn't it?
In Deadpool?
Yeah.
Or just in Marvel?
In Marvel, if you want to come up with any more. Spider-Man, maybe?
Peter.
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker.
There you go.
There you go.
Beat Razza goes on to say, is it obvious in the film that they changed the director? I say yes.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
The story's a little bit more non-straightforward, a bit broken up.
And what jokes did you like better? The ones from the first film or the ones from the second?
Ooh, right, here's one. First one has more consistent jokes across the whole board.
Yeah.
The second one has the plane scene which is
the
literally
helicopter scene bit.
the funniest thing.
Is it a plane or a helicopter?
It's a plane.
Plane.
The funniest thing I've seen in a while. I was crying.
We were in bits like we were in bits in the cinema.
With laughter.
Absolutely great. People got at NTFTT Pod, friends of the podcast, also members of the Loosely Connected Network. Give them a follow, people.
Back in.
Check the Loosely Connected Network out. That's what we're on. He says, if Deadpool appeared in Avengers 4, how would you like him to appear? So if he's in the Avengers, what would you like him to do?
Crazy, isn't it? Because them two worlds are so different in theme and tone. Could they ever mix? Like what? Right, Kevin Feige is doing such a good job that every film in the Marvel Universe, aside from Fox, is thematically and tonally kind of similar.
Az has chimed in. He said,
Doesn't
I
work.
actually hope it never happens. But reckon it'll be through the introduction of X-Men. That's what Az has said. I couldn't really see Deadpool in Avengers or anything like that. I don't know how they'd handle it.
So
If they were going to do it, it would be like an end credit scene of when they finished all the fighting.
yes,
And he comes past and he just cracks a joke and then nicks off.
or is just watching it in a cinema.
Because it's strange, isn't it? It's strange.
Also, by the time I
think he's a hard character to handle.
you can't introduce him with a cat lot because Captain's probably going to go. They're all going to die. Probably it's them lot.
Right, aye.
And by the time that is, I mean, he'd probably just get integrated in the new Avengers.
Yeah.
But aye, interesting. Don't think it can happen. I'd like to see it try, but strange things have happened. As in, they made 52 Marvel characters work in one film. So if they can make one more, I think that's what he's done well.
Az has also said, does luck count as a superpower?
Yes.
Damn
This
right
time
it does. What a superpower to have as well. Is it the greatest superpower you can
If
have?
spewing up very small amounts of acidic vomit days.
What would you have? Luck or acid vomit?
Acid vomit.
Damn right you would.
Because then you'd be able to like
I'd go, look, straight to the casino. Would it work like that though? Yeah, it would.
straight to the casino.
Roulette.
Or would it work? What do you mean would it work? That's the exact environment it's going to work. By the way, why is she... Can we talk about this in the plot, by the way?
Yeah.
Why is she a bounty hunter who's getting paid money to be on the team? when she can go into a casino and make every fucking bit of money.
Because maybe she just does it for the crack. Maybe she likes the sport beat.
Oh!
Beat, we've got at 20 words MR. Give them a follow. Great concept. 20 word movie reviews. We've talked about it before, beat.
I like it.
Said, any other examples of breaking the fourth wall that you like in the film?
Was that 20 words long?
In film, sorry, not in the film.
Was that 20 words long?
It was 14.
No!
No! It's not a review though. It's just asking a question.
You need every tweet has to be
Okay.
you have to painstakingly try and tweet 20 words every time.
I'm off the boil on this podcast, by the way. I can't talk.
You can't even speak. You said
I'm nervous.
great concept.
I know, I'm nervous for the coast to coast. I think it's putting us right off.
Okay, what was the question, John? Say it again.
Any other examples of break the fourth wall that you like in film?
In film.
Break the film.
Yeah,
At Break the Film BTF's commented saying
example for you.
Ferris Bueller.
First Brother's great. Film made by Michael Haneke, who's a great director, big favourite of
Do
mine.
you recommend it, Pete?
I recommend the film. It's called Children's Games.
Children of Men.
No, what's it called? No, Funny Games. It's
Funny
called
Games.
Funny Games, and I'm not going to spoil anything for you.
Give it
Oh
off.
no, I have to spoil it for you.
Don't spoil it. Just say watch the film.
Watch
that's
the
one.
film. There's a great fourth wall break in that.
Love it. Spider-Man? Does it happen in Spider-Man? No.
No. Spidey.
Just no.
Spidey talks to himself to alleviate massive pressure of death.
Fair. Got the legend here, you beat.
Yes.
Bosk.
Uh-huh.
Bosk has asked, which mutant power is the best out of any X-Men character in any movie, and what power would you have as a mutant?
Hold on. Was it out of the movies, I have to say there?
So, which out of the films is your favourite?
It's my favourite.
Who would you have?
I'm going to go the guy who is just spiny. Like he's got little shards of wood coming out of his head or something.
Alright. I'm going to go Vanishing Man.
Right. I'll
Do you know why, Beat?
Why? No! No. So you can steal pizzas.
That's exactly why, Beat. That's exactly why.
I'm going to really go Toad, because I always want to be Ray
I was
Parker.
thinking Toad, by the way. That was Toad impression. Keep the impressions to you, Beat.
Great impression.
Thanks for the questions, people. It gets a podcast segment away.
Can you say anything right today?
I can't say anything right
because it
today.
gets me excited.
Anyway, let's end this.
Right.
It's been a pleasure.
It
We're
has.
We're a year down the line and we ain't stopping. Just want to thank all the members of Crass and everyone who interacts with the podcast. Without you, this shit ain't happening.
It would still happen.
Well, yeah, but it's
But
nice to get people involved.
Gets me
That's
excited.
why we started.
Gets me excited.
So give us a follow on Twitter at Talking Crass. We're also on SoundCloud Talking Crass. We're on Podbean Talking Crass, but I do need to put a few more stuff on Podbean. I think we're
How many times are you going to say that?
I'm paying for it, so it's going on. And also subscribe to us on YouTube. We've got a YouTube channel, and we need as many subscribers as possible. I think we've got like 11 at the minute.
11? We've got 11?
11 subscribers,
That's 11 subscribers. That's pretty good.
which the members of Crass are really.
That ain't bad at all.
Don't think?
So one's called
We need 100
me mum, one's
subscribers.
called me dad.
We need 100 subscribers so we can be called Talking Crass and not like user 105898.
That's fine by us.
But I'm not bothered. Also, if you listen to us on iTunes, jump on there and leave us a 5-star review. That helps out. And I forgot to mention, download the bloody episode if you listen on SoundCloud. Every download we get, it goes in the charts. That's how we get up the charts and that.
Brilliant.
Not that it bothers us at all, but it'll get more listeners. And mean we can start making money off it.
Yes.
Because that's all we're in it for.
Bingo.
Adjo.
I don't.
But let's bring an end to it. I just wanted to say thanks. Thanks to the listeners. As long as we entertain one person that it's worth doing. Podcasting has so far been a hell of an experience. We're getting our own thoughts out there, meeting new friends and connecting with people we would never have the ability to do so normally. 1 year down, and here's to many bloody more, Bede.
If I had a flute, I'd clink it.
We should really end on some Hans Zimmer music, but I don't know whether we can get away with it.
No, I definitely can't.
Let's do it anyway.
Bum, ba-dum. What ones we've got to sing ourselves?
Right, see you later, people.
Bye-bye.
Live the dream.